How's it going, everyone? I hope you're having a great day. I personally am, and I wanted to talk about a video I found. So to explain the context, I recently just started ninth grade, freshman year, boys, and one of the classes I'm taking is drama because I really enjoy drama. And for some reason, we're doing poetry like it's English class. I don't understand how this has anything to do with the theater when we're basically doing poetry. In fact, it's not even basically. It is poetry. That's what the teacher calls it. My name poem. Anyway, we were shown a video for this class, and we were actually shown two videos, but I didn't really have an issue with the first one. I just thought it was stupid. This one I thought was stupid, and I thought it was funny enough to make a video on. It's basically two people complaining about other people not remembering their names. So yeah, let's just jump right into the awesome video that is My Name Poetry. Spoken word, obviously, because spoken word is always the best. So let's just jump right into it, guys.
I am 6 years old, correcting my mother's English. I am 10 years old, ironing mommy out of my tongue and hair. I am 10 years old, wishing Lorelai Gilmore could be my mother.
I'm 6 years old and I can speak another language. Shut the fuck up. I don't think anyone cares. If anything, you should be being respected because of that. Well, not respected, but people will think that's cool. Nobody's gonna be like, ah, look at this faggot. She can speak more than just English. Like what? And, congratulations, you're telling your mom that her English is dog shit? What do you want? A fucking slap on the ass? Oh wait, it's a girl. That's sexual harassment. It's not one of the bros. You want a pat on the back? A fucking, a trophy? One sec, my mic is annoying me. Okay, a trophy? What do you want? It doesn't fucking matter. And when it comes to you saying that you wish Laurel Gilmore, whatever the fuck, was your mommy, that doesn't make you special either. I mean, many people, it is very common for people to wish that their parents were other people. So, I might be missing the point, but so far that's just fucking stupidity, and I don't see what you're complaining about. So, please, why? Tell me.
At 11, I make a speech about how to properly pronounce my name in front of my 5th grade class.
Speak on it.
It's Alma. Afterwards, a boy comes up to me and says,
I'm just gonna call you a man.
I say sorry. Go ahead.
My name is now a full-on apology.
So what you're telling me is that you were such a pussy when it came to people mispronouncing your name that you went, Miss Teacher, ma'am? And they were probably like, yes, I don't even know what her fucking name is. I'm gonna shorten it to A, because I know it starts with an A. That probably hurts her fucking feelings, but I don't care. So, it was like, Miss Teacher? Yes, Miss A, yes, A? There's a lot of kids who keep saying my name wrong. Well, what do you want me to do about it, sweetie? Can I give a presentation to the class about how to say my name correctly? Oh, well, sure, sweetie. And so she gave the presentation, and then a kid after comes up and he makes a joke. Hey, I'm gonna call you this. And she's like, sorry? And because of that, her name now became Sorry? I'm sorry, but I find that really hard to believe. And even if it did happen, either A, the entire class was a dick and the teacher was a dick too, and I really doubt that one. The more plausible option is B, only that kid called you sorry, and either he was a dick, or he thought it was funny, and you were just too much of a pussy to say something about it. So, yeah, I mean, really? That's not a good point. And the girl on the right, the skinny one, looks so fucking mad. She is letting mispronunciation get to her so much. It's so fucking annoying. Like, you can look at her face, and she's just like, ugh. She's so, ugh.
Slow Bollywood dance and no one knows the choreography.
At 13, I'm on the phone with a boy I've never met. I tell him my name is Jessica. He asks if I'm white, and I almost say yes.
I'm 13, I'm on the phone, and I'm talking to a boy I've never met. He asks me what my name is, and I say Jessica. He asks me if I'm white, and I almost say yes. She's saying it like it's a fucking true crime documentary, and she was the victim. She's saying it like she was raped. Fucking bitch. Your name is Jessica, right? Well, at least that's what you made it sound like. Your name is Jessica. And so the 13-year-old, when you're 13, asks what your name is. You say Jessica. Now let's use our actual brains for a second and think, well, okay, what are some traditionally white names? Let's see, Nick, John, Chad, Craig sometimes. Now, what are some traditional female white names? Brittany, Jessica, Joyce, maybe? And so, Jessica is a pretty traditionally white name. So, he asks if you're white because of your name, and you almost say yes. Well, if you're not white, why don't you just say, well, no, I'm not. I'm like Latino, actually. Because I'm pretty sure he would have been like, oh, well, okay, I'm sorry. But, what are you getting mad about? He asks me if I'm a skin color because of my traditionally skin color related name. Now, I'll be honest. It's really weird to ask someone their name. They say their name, and you're like, oh, well, you are, and then you say a race. That's just really fucking weird. But in this specific context, I see nothing wrong with it other than it was weird. It was a simple, innocent question. Just leave the poor boy alone.
I watch the Jessicas of my world wrap their white swan wings around the same boys who could not stomach the whole of...
I've listened to this multiple times over, and I still have no fucking clue what she said at the end. I want the Jessicas of the world to wrap their white swan wings around the boys who can't stomach... Like they trail off. Which, I mean, I'm not surprised considering who's talking. But really, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm assuming she's saying that she wants the Jessicas of the world to teach boys about racism or some stupid shit when it's not even racist asking someone what skin color they are. It may be a bit weird and awkward, but it's definitely not racism. Racism is the discrimination against someone specifically because of their skin color. Asking someone if they are a skin color based off of any factor, whether it be a name or anything else, is not racism, surprisingly enough. I can't comprehend these females. Like, I can't figure out how their brains function because no normal human thinks this way.
We are at a middle school dance, and I'm not sure who I hate more, them or myself. The loathing wraps around my neck like a thick scarf in a hot room. This is when I learned to associate being brown with suffocation, whiteness with desire. When you're an American brown girl with two languages growing inside of you,
You ask yourself how your name fits into a world
that doesn't call you what your dead father used to call you.
Saying that it was at the middle school dance where you realized that black people, what it felt like to be suffocated as a black person. First off, that's a fucking horrible analogy. Second off, doesn't really, like, it makes sense in the dumbest way possible, so I'm just gonna say it doesn't make sense. And third, no, you're wrong. I guarantee that if you realized how racism worked, you definitely would have realized how it felt and its effect prior to being at a school dance. I doubt that you were in the corner fucking crying because Jessica is a stereotypically white name, a traditionally white name, and the 13-year-old stranger asked you if you were white because of your name. I doubt you were over there in the corner fucking crying, waddling back and forth in the fetal position, sucking your fucking fingers, while the normally the normal people, and by normal, I mean the people who don't get upset over stupid and minute shit, were dancing, and you're like, oh, I blame the Jessicas, the white Jessicas, it's all their fault! I just can't believe that would be the case. Also, good job pulling the guilt-tripping card. I wish that they would say my name the same way my dead dad said my name. Bro, shut the fuck up.
Jessica, mi corazón. Jessica, mi amor. Jessica, mi vida. You wonder, what is a name if it isn't a dull knife carving your home into you? At 23, I changed the spelling of my name to look like a Salvador. Jessica sounds more like me, a brown girl with an accent she can't shake. I introduced myself to a white woman.
Jessica like Jessica.
No, it's Jessica, I repeat.
Most days, I don't even correct people when they mispronounce my name.
So, there is a lot to unpack here. She starts speaking in Spanish just to prove a point, but that point isn't really proven when you're thinking about how fucking socially inept these retards are. She changed her name from Jessica to Jessica. That's how I think it's pronounced, Jessica. Why? Because it fit her more. Okay, that's fair. But then, so I'm confused, because she's mad that people can't remember her name, so they just call her something else. But when she says she's talking to a white girl, like she's Latino. She's definitely not black. She is Latino. There's a very big difference. Latino and black/African American are not one and the same. Just like Caucasian doesn't necessarily mean the same thing as European or American. It just doesn't mean that all the time. But that's besides the fact. So she, a apparently black Latino, the fat one, or, I'm sorry, they would probably want me to use the term body positive. The body positive one, Jessica, is talking to a white girl, and she's like, my name is Jessica. And the white girl is like, oh, Jessica, like Jessica. Clearly trying to associate it with something so that she can remember. And Jessica's like, oh no, fuck you, you're racist. How dare you say something like that? What? All she's doing is trying to associate your name with something to remember it. And just because it isn't exactly how you like it, you're getting pissed off. I don't fucking like her. I don't like any of these people, honestly. They're just dumb. They're self-pretentious assholes.
I always think their tongues are in the same place as their hearts.
I get accused of being too complicated when I ask for someone to say my whole name, every syllable of it, as if I should apologize for the work that it takes. But why? When my name is the only thing that's been given to me without the expectation of something in return. If we can't go into every conversation speaking Spanish,
Or Punjabi.
we can go into it demanding our name sounding like the language we first learned to love.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. What? Okay, so yeah, I would have to say that you are being too complicated if you're asking someone to pronounce your entire name, your first name, your middle names, your last names, however many parts of your names you have, and you ask them to pronunciate each syllable. Like, that is just fucking, yeah, you are being too complicated. Here, let me give you an example. I'll use my actual first name, I'll use a middle name, and I'll just use my channel name as my last name. So, if my name were Brendan Jacob Speakeasy, that would be okay, because nobody's gonna ever walk up and say, hey, Brendan Jacob Speakeasy, how are you doing? They're just gonna be, hey, Brendan, how are you doing? At least they should. If it's not like that, that's kind of awkward. So I think that if I were to talk to someone and I would be like, I'd introduce myself and they're like, okay, Brendan. I was like, no, you hold the fuck up. You have to say, Brendan Jacob Speakeasy. And they're like, Brendan Jacob Speakeasy. And I'm like, no, stop, you didn't do it. Enunciate. And they're like, Brendan, yeah, Jacob, speak easy. And I'm like, there you go. They have every right to say I'm being too complicated, because I am. I'm just overworking the situation. It doesn't require that much fucking effort. You don't need to put that much effort into speaking someone's name. Also, the crowd is also just fucking retarded. But what can I say? People who do this are gonna attract people like this. Fucking Christ. And the thing about the name, I mean, yeah, sure, it is the only thing that was given to you without any expectation of returning, but I don't know if that's true. Like life.
So allow me to reintroduce myself. Yo me llamo Jessica. My name is all that I have to call my own. Say it right, or don't say it at all.
And that is where this train wreck ends. Thank God. I forgot to say something. Their tongues are in the same place as the heart. That's a bullshit analogy. Fuck you. I'm gonna be honest, just because people, and I'm not giving my last name out for obvious reasons, but my last name is pretty easy to pronounce, but people always fuck it up, and you don't see me making a fucking horrible poem thing about it. I'm just not a pussy like these people are. But anyways, that's pretty much where the thing ends. After that, it's just credits. And I mean, thank God I couldn't spend any more time with these idiots. So, thank God that's what happened. Thank God that's how it ends. It just ends with them walking. And honestly, that's how it should have started, because that was just a horrible situation all around. They did nothing to support their cause, and hearing her full name, she doesn't even enunciate it, so why should I? Just let me call you Jessica. Don't make me call you Jessica Hernandez Martin or whatever. I don't fucking care. Nobody's gonna care enough to say your first, middle, and last name the entire time. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I have for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, give me a kiss on the cheek. If you're feeling extra generous today, maybe consider a kiss on the lips. It will always brighten up both your day and my own. With that being said, I'll see you all next time. And yeah, see ya.